What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another fishing vlog. Today you join me down at Clavering Lakes in Essex, which is a local day ticket water very close to my heart. Joining me on this session is my good friend Fishing for a Bite, and we're on a specimen lake. We arrived here at about 4:30, quickly got the bivvies set up, got the rods out, because as you can tell it's absolutely pitch black. And what's the time, mate? It's only just gone about six o'clock. It's literally about 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock it was pitch black.
Yeah, 6:15.
So it's a bit of a manic one, bit of a rush around really. But we both found a couple of nice spots. I literally went out on my left hand rod. I went with an OG fish, wafter from Parker Baits, in a solid bag. And on the, did I say the left hand rod there or the right? Left hand, yeah. Left hand. And on the right hand rod I went with an OG fruit and nut 14mm, matched the hatch pop up, soaked in the flat spot, and that was just with a little mesh stick with a few little OG fish in there, OG fruit and nut boilies in there, literally about 3, some of the OG fruit and nut chops, and a little mixture of micro pellets. Yeah, and literally that's where we're at the minute. We've just had a nice cup of coffee. We're just sort of,
mate. We're just enjoying it at the minute.
He's got his there.
You drank yours straight away, mate.
Oh mate, I did. It was lovely. I did a bit of caramel into mine, a bit of milk, so sort of had a caramel cappuccino. It was absolutely banging. Yeah. We're gonna have a little bit of food later. Like, we'll do that for the camera. Gonna cook up a bit of pasta, I think. But for now, we're just sitting here having a little social, and fingers crossed we can get some absolute nosses on the bank over the duration of the next 48 hours to show you guys.
Yes, mate, let's go.
Right, come on, let's have it, boy, let's have it.
Bring on the nossapigs!
Come on, the nosses. So yeah, basically, yeah, that's just a little intro for you guys there. I'll keep you posted throughout the session, but for now, we're just going to kick back, watch a few signs, listen for a few carp, and hopefully we'll have something on the bank soon to show you. See you in a bit. Right then, people. So we've got Chef Ramsay there for the evening.
Yo, yo.
And what he's brought along, he's brought some cheese and broccoli pastas and a bit of macaroni. We've got the milk in there, milk and water in there, bubbling up at the minute. Some chili heat wave Doritos.
Put on top.
To put on top.
Lovely.
A little bit of dairy and all. We've got some nice little cakes here, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, mate, 6 cakes each for pudding, boy.
Lovely. Sorry about that cough there, guys. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just trying to get a good bit of light on here going. But yeah, cool. It's going to be nice. A little bit chilly tonight as well, so yeah, got plenty of food.
Plenty of warm food.
Lovely warm food. Let's go. There we go. We've got cheese and broccoli pasta. We've got macaroni cheese in there. And then what we've done, a little secret of Fishing for a Bite's just done. Got some chili Doritos, heat wave Doritos, crushed them up, and we've put them on top of the pasta. I'm looking forward to this. It looks absolutely banging.
I'm gonna yam this so hard, mate.
Thanks a lot, mate. Lovely jubbly.
No worries, mate.
We'll catch you guys in a little while. What's going on, guys? It's about 11 at the moment. Haven't had any beeps or anything like that. We had a lovely bit of food, as you see us cooking earlier. It was cheese and broccoli pasta, and then there was macaroni in there as well. Just had a lovely cup of tea to warm us up. The temperature has really dropped. It's about 4 degrees at the moment. So I just thought I'd give you a little update where we're at in a minute. But I'm going to get my head down in a minute because I'm absolutely shattered. So unless I get anything during the night, I will see you in the morning. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I've had a few bosses recently, probably about 4 or 5 bosses in the last hour and a half. So I definitely know they're in the area. But it's just whether they want to get their head down and have a feed. But yeah, like I said, I just thought I'd give you a little update. Just thought I'd say night to you all. And yeah, I will catch you in the morning. Peace out. Morning everyone. Just woken up about 10 minutes ago. Dan and his brother, little Jay, just turned up. Woke me up. I was sort of still awake at just gone 2 o'clock this morning, listening out. Heard a few things crash. Didn't have a single beep. There's another gentleman down the bottom. He didn't have anything last night, no beeps. Ollie fishing for a bite, he didn't have anything. Yeah, it's a very quiet night. Currently just enjoying a nice coffee. Got the old caramel liquid in there, so a nice little caramel latte. It was definitely cold last night, but it was nice and toasty in there. It's a bit fresh this morning, but the temperature's meant to be going up to about 11 today. It's scheduled for rain. So I'm just going to have this coffee, sit and observe the water, hopefully see something. And yeah, get the spots, find the spots properly today. As like I said last night, it was dark by 5 o'clock. We didn't get it till 4:30, so the main thing first, we've got the bivvy and everything up. So yeah, like, we've got all today, and then we've got till tomorrow until 6:30. So fingers crossed we can get amongst something, guys. But yeah, that's a little update for now, and I'll catch you in a little while once we're having some breakfast, and hopefully manage to get a carp on the bank for you. It's definitely going to be a moody one today. Rain forecast for about 10 o'clock. It's just started drizzling now a little bit. So yeah, basically in a minute, my right hand rod is just off the point of this tree. That's on the fruit and nut pop up. And then off the one with the OG fish on it in a solid bag is the other side of the bush. But yeah, I'm going to observe the water for a little while, see if I can see anything going. I might even bring one of the rods back, and sort of, because the middle can be quite prolific along here, to use that as like a bit of a channel, sort of go up and down the middle. So, but we'll see. We'll give it a couple of hours, and fingers crossed we can manage one. I'm just going to pop down in a minute. I say little Jay's just turned up with his brother Dan, who you would have both seen in the channel before at the Ashling Social. We'll go and say hello to them boys, and yeah, get a bit of breakfast on. Come on the carp. Here we got Ollie from Fishing for a Bite.
Alright, morning everyone.
He's just
daily chores.
He's just cleaning the pan up from the lovely bit of dinner we had last night. This is the swim Ollie's in. He's in to the left of me. I believe he baited up a spot literally just in the margin last night with a few boilies, a bit of hemp, a bit of maize. He's got one there, and then I believe his other rod is sort of just around over the back in front of these reeds somewhere. But like I say, he didn't have any beeps last night. Still very early days. Yeah. There we go then.
Bosh.
Here's Jay, the Nosser catcher. What did you have out last week, mate?
PG at £32.4.
Fine. Oh, sorry about the language, yeah. The absolute Nosser. You would have seen him on the channel before as well. Jay's brother Danny boy.
Hello, mate.
He's repping a new quarter tracksuit.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of camo up. So yeah, Dan's got one rod out at a minute. He's just had a little bleep on it, which is a lot more than what I've had. I think it's going to absolutely truck it down today.
I think it is, yeah.
It's forecasted. Little look round the lake. And then Jay's in the swim behind Dan. Whereabouts you got your rods out, Jay?
I'll show you. Right, so my left hander, sort of towards the bridge, but in the middle.
Towards the bridge, that's a good spot.
And then sort of my right hand is towards the corner in the middle again. Didn't really want to interfere with that water yet.
Sort of towards that corner over there, sort of, but around in the middle, yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice, both good spots. I mean, I fished this swim, what Jay's in now, I fished this back in the summer. And I had 6 in the 24-hour session, 3 mid-20s and 3 between 15 and 16 pound. So water's still very calm at the minute. There's a few little ripples showing, a few little circles, but nothing's boshing at the moment. Not like yesterday evening when I see 6. Something's going through the water over there. Nice little roach. Yeah. Jay's little humble abode for the night. Yeah, all we can do, we're going to have a nice little social now between the 4 of us. And fingers crossed, one of us can get a carp on the bank to show. Happy days. Breakfast time, got the eggs going. Got some nice rolls with the burger cheese in it. Just doing the first one. This one's for Ollie.
Time for grub, mate.
Gosh, look at that egg, mate. Banging egg. Bosh. Here we go, there's the first egg roll for me. Nice egg, burger cheese. I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, boy. So I just thought I'd show you guys. This is the front view from the lake. It's quite narrow, but long. And this is the Specimen Lake, which we're on. And then if I swing round, when you first come into the car park over there, this is the Carp Lake. Now the Carp Lake, they range from, I believe, about sort of £7–8 up until the £28 mark. Lovely little complex. It's a bit of a circular lake, this one, with features around. And obviously the Specimen Lake, what we're on, I think the smallest one's £11. And they go up to £37 now. A week and a half ago, they stocked 4 new 30s in here. Smallest one of the 30s being 31, and the biggest one being just under 34. Sort of the average stamping here is sort of between, I'd say, £17 and mid-20s. A lovely place, just surrounded by fields and countryside. It's very quiet, it's very clean. There's bins dotted around everywhere. They sort of get changed every day, which is nice. You don't get too many rats or anything around here. So yeah, and what I'll do, I'll take you over and show you the toilet facilities in a minute. I'll also show you the predator lakes. They've got a predator lake on site, and also they've got a match lake on site as well. So you've got 4 lakes on the site. So I just thought I'd show you the lodge. This is the lodge. There was a cafe, but when COVID came, the cafe shut down and it hasn't reopened at the minute. But yeah, if you come up here, this is the toilet. It's all just a very clean toilet as well. So if you come in, you have a little bit of plenty of toilet roll. You've got hot and cold water available, hand gel, hand sanitizer, paper towels. You've even got nice little incense sticks up here. You've got a mirror, and obviously it's got the disabled access, sort of the handles, handrails you can hold on to, and it's cleaned once a day, so very nice. If I take you for a walk down here, just got to be careful, it's a little bit slippery when it's wet. You've got sort of nice picnic benches where you can bring your family, overlooking from the lodge. You've got the Carp Lake. There's a gentleman down there. Sort of nice seating area. Like I say, this was a cafe, but it hasn't been open in a while. But what a lovely cafe it was. It's sort of nice for the summer. You can come down here in the summer, sit out overlooking the lakes. And if I take you down these steps, just over here in front of me is their predator lake. Now what have they got in their predator lake? They've got perch in here, good sized perch, sort of just over the £4 mark I believe. You also have pike in here. I'm not sure how big the pike go. I think there's a couple sort of over the £20 mark in here. And then also here as well, you've got cats in here, and I believe the cats go up to 85 pound, I believe. But yeah, it's not massive, but once again it's another one of the lakes which Clavering has to offer for you. And then if I zoom in, slowly zoom in, as you can see there's a gentleman over there. Sorry about the real shaky videoing, guys. That's the match lake, what's got your silverfish in it and small carp in it. So yeah, Clavering Lake has 4 lakes on site, being the Specimen Lake which I'm on. Then you've got the Carp Lake. Then you've got the Predator Lake, which is here. I think there's like the water's blue, so I think there's a blue dye there, and I can see right down to the bottom, which is quite nice. And then obviously you've got the Match Lake. Now, prices, you book it online, you go onto their website, which is claveringlakes.co.uk, and you can pick which lake you'd like to be on. It's, I believe, for the Carp Lake, the Specimen Lake and the Predator Lake, it's £15 for 12 hours or £30 for 24 hours. So sort of your average price really, but definitely has plenty to offer for sort of all sorts of anglers, whether you be a carp angler, whether you be a bit of a novice angler, don't have much confidence, whether you like your match fishing or whether you like your predator fishing. I'll definitely come and give the predator fishing a go, because I wouldn't mind catching a catfish. So yeah, this is sort of, I'll do a little pan view round. That's the lodge over there. So this is one of the car parks at Clavering Lakes. You know your car's always going to be safe. What you do, you come in, they've got a gate at the front. Now the gate opens at 6:30 in the morning and then closes at 6:30 at night. So after 6:30 PM you can't get in, but obviously in emergency you can pull up to the gate from going out and it will open. But yeah, they've got cameras dotted around, so you know your cars are always going to be safe. But they've got this car park here, which I like to say, as you pull up, brings you onto the Carp Lake, and we're on the Specimen Lake over there. You've got an overflow car park the other side of the road behind the bush, and then also you've got another car park sort of just up there behind the lodge. So this is a sort of a layout here, guys, for you. So yeah, we're on the Specimen Lake. Right in front of me here is the Carp Lake. The Predator Lake is the one I just showed you, and then you've got your Match Lake. And then sort of on here you've got your rules for what sort of lakes, what they ask you to use of the lakes. Maximum 2 rods on all lakes. Day fishermen and finish fishing by leaving by 6:30. Fish care and must be carried out at all times. Microbarbed hooks only on the Specimen Lake and the Predator Lake. Barbless hooks on the Match Lake. No bait boats. No excessive alcohol, drugs, campfires or barbecues at any time. Gas stoves allowed. Litter bins and toilet facilities provided. You can have a non-fishing guest with you in your swim. Obviously no rods to be unattended. Hooking mats at all times. Failure to that, you'll be asked to leave. But every carp angler and sort of angler will always have a mat and everything with them. So yeah, I should have had my camera on my tripod, do apologise. So like I say, you come out to pull in the car park, and your first lake in front of you is the Carp Lake. Now I have fished this lake. I've only had them up to £18 in here, but there is a nice few 20s in here. Sort of nice size swims. Quite open with the odd feature. Sort of like this is quite a nice little swim here, sort of out in the middle, and then have one just sort of around off this tree. Oh. Got a gentleman fishing on the Carp Lake at the moment, and yeah, we come around the path and we're onto the Specimen Lake. Now the other good thing I like about here is you can only fish along the right hand side. So as where before you used to be able to fish around the whole of the lake, Sort of, you've got swims along the front, swims all along the left, but now they've made it so you can only fish along the right hand side, so you've never got to worry about having any other anglers turning up opposite you, disturbing your spots, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's just a little view of the complex. I hope this is helpful to you guys. I'm just going to walk back round to the swim now. I'm going to redo the rods, get fresh hook baits on them, fresh sticks, the other one tie up a solid bag and get them out there. The wind is absolutely hacking lovely right up to my end, so I'm hoping that's going to push the fish up there. But all we can do is keep our fingers crossed, do the best we can, and hopefully we can get a fish on the bank for you. But yeah, that's just a little update, guys. I will catch you in a little while. Let's go and see what little Jay's doing. What's the betting he's in his bed? Exactly. I knew you'd be in your bed, mate, under your sleeping bag.
Oh, don't.
Literally, so I was just talking to the camera, showing them the lake. A big one is just boshed right opposite on the platform, the other side in front of Dan Swim.
Yeah.
That's a sort of a good sign for you. But I was just saying to the the vlog. It's quite nice that the wind's hacking up to that far end.
I'll just launch one into the corner.
What, the far corner over there?
Solid bag.
Nice, that was a favourite I like to do. So sort of when I fish this swim, pretty much what Jay's almost doing. You've got the bridge over there, so I sort of tend to have one just off of the bridge, and then over in that far corner, it's quite apparent they like it over there, sort of maybe about 2-3 foot off the margin, off the reed line. So all we can do is keep our fingers crossed. Have you had any baits, any liners or anything, mate? You've had a couple of liners, have you? Nice, mate. Well, fingers crossed, and give me a shout if you get one, boy. Come on the carp. It's a little bit slippy. Try not to slip over. There we go. As soon as I walk away, Jay's just had a little liner. Down in his monster bivvy.
Oh, hopper.
It's an avid something. It's an avid dual layer.
Oh, yeah, but.
Danny boy.
Oh, hopper.
Hello, bar.
How you getting on?
Yeah, no, nothing. I was just saying to Jay, did you see that one bosh out a minute ago?
Oh, yeah, but.
Literally over the other side of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay's just had a line. Have you had any liners or anything?
Made one beat, and that's it.
Just single beat.
That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, it's been a bit slow, but I was just saying, like, the wind's pushing up
Pushing up nicely towards you, isn't it?
pushing up nicely towards me, so hopefully we might be able to get something. Like, so I was just saying, I'm going to go and redo the rods, fresh baits on them,
Oh, yeah.
little stick. What's he got in here? No, you got yourself a new little toy down, have you?
What's that?
He's got himself. What's this? Is this a tracker bivvy table? Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice, mate. Very nice. Plenty of space in here. I like this bivvy. It's a one man. It's the avid dual layer. Decent size for a one man.
Oh, yeah. You can get 2 bed chairs in there easy.
So Dan's got his bed chair in here. He's got his little fox chair in here. He's got another chair in here. He's sort of got his foody bits and his bags and stuff in here. Plenty of space. Look at him. He's even got his little foot mat. Wipe his feet when he comes in.
Got him.
Lovely. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll go and get my rods out, and if anything happens, if not, I'll give you a little update in a couple of hours. Catch you soon. Whoop whoop. Right, I just thought I'd show you what setup I'm using. So I've got about 14 inches of tungsten tubing, just down to a lead clip with a 2.5 ounce lead on, and then I've got an ESP, it's about a 9.5 inch Ronnie boom. With their, they do like a new thing. It's like a sleeve. It's like a weighted sleeve which you pull over the quick link. And on that, I'm using a size 6 micro barb trigger hammer. And then with that, I've got the OG fruit and nut match the hatch pop up on. And all I'm literally going to be doing with that is just putting a tiny little mesh stick on there. That's got some crumbed up fruit and nut in it. It's got 3 different types of micro pellet in it. It's got some dried crushed hemp in there as well, and a bit of the dust. So a nice little packet of goodness, and literally all I do is hook that on like that through there. I would have normally put a bit of foam on around that and all, but I've forgotten my foam. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you the rig and the setup I'm using. This is on the right hand rod, which is just gonna be off that fallen tree over there. So fingers crossed we can get one. Just a little update for you guys. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so I just thought I'd show you what setup I'm using here, guys. I've got Ollie kindly holding it for me. So on here I've got 14 inches of the tungsten tubing by ESP, and we're running down to a simple leg clip system. Then I've got an ESP 9.5 inch, one of their new booms. And as you can see, it's got like it's like a weighted sleeve which you just literally hook over a quick link. Then I've got a size 6 trigger hammer on there with one of the Parker baits, a 15mm match to hatch OG fruit and nut pop-ups. And literally all I'm doing with that is putting a tiny little mesh stick on there, which has got the OG fruit and nut crumb in it. It's got 3 different arrays of micro pellets in there. You've got some magic dust in there, and also you've got some crushed hemp in there. And literally all I do is I'll clip that, just hook that through a couple of times on the top. I would normally put a bit of foam on there as well, but I've forgot my foam. I've left it in my other bag. But it'll be fine anyway, sort of a clay bottom here. So with the bag on it, it shouldn't tangle and the hook point should be safe anyway. And that's going on my left hand rod, which I'm fishing. Poor dead pigeon in the tree. Just off of this fallen tree here to my right. So I just thought I'd show you the rig and the setup, what I'm using and what bait I'm using for this one. And yeah, fingers crossed we can get a carp, guys. That's just a little update now for you. I'll catch you in a little while. So this is my left hand rod, guys. It's just a Avid PVA bag stem on a lead with a little 4.5 inch supple braid. And inside I've got an OG fish wafter coated in a flat spot and a magic dust. I've got the 3 different types of mini micro pellets in there, which is salmon pellets, krill pellets and bloodworm pellets. And then what I've also done, I've injected the flat spot inside there, which will give it, because it's a bit of a, what do I call it? We can see the wind rippling the water, so what this would do when that hits, that will create a nice flat spot. And then once it disappears, if any fish start grubbing around, then the flat spot, it will create and send all that oil up into the lads and create another flat spot. And that one I'm going to go just to the right, the left of the tree, so I'm fishing either side. So yeah, that's that. Just nice and simple. Size 4 hook on there, little wafter, solid bag of goodness, enough for a bite. Come on the carp. Whoop, whoop. The farm's down the back there. There's normally horses in here and all, in these like paddocks I suppose you call them. But I'd imagine with the weather and everything, they're probably, I don't even think they're inside there, to be honest with you. They might be somewhere else. This is the top end of the lake, not far from where my swim. I mean, the lake's probably only about just over 2 acres in size, this one. But the good thing, at least here, where I've got, like I say, I've got the tree, the fallen tree, which I'm fishing either side of. And then I've got this sort of like bowl bit at the end where no one else is. So if I need to, if I see anything showing sort of around here, I can always come and, well, I can always bang a rod up this end somewhere. But yeah, I don't think Joe and Dan haven't had anything either. I think they've both had a single bleep each. Ollie's just had a couple of liners on his left hand rod. He's put some corn, some hemp, and a little mixture of the OG fruit and nut and the OG fish. So I've just made a sort of about a bivvy size worth of bed of bait over his spot. Like I say, yeah, he's just had a couple of liners. But other than that, the weather is miserable. It's raining as we speak right now. Look, get water on my lens. Wipe that off, that's not very good, is it? And yeah, it's saying from about 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock it's going to be a heavy downpour. And you watch, that'll be when I'll get a fish, when I'm sat in my bivvy and it absolutely screams off. But nonetheless, I don't mind getting wet as long as I've got a fish on the end. Happy days. Come on the carp. Right, so what me and Ollie have done, we've walked around the other side of the lake, opposite our swims, there's my swim over there, and I'm fishing to this fallen tree, both sides. And it's quite apparent that the bailiff as well, and the owner of the lake, feeds in this side in the margins. So what I've done, because I'm fishing the fruit and nut on a pop-up, I've made a little mix here. So I've got the OG fruit and nut 14 mils in there. I've got some magic dust in there. I've got some hemp in there, and I've got some maize in there. So literally, I've got a little scoop there. And where I'm sort of fishing, just off of this fallen tree around here, I'm going to put that out, so I know there's a bit of bait out of there. And then literally I'll just fish a little mesh stick over the top of that. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get this out over there now, and then Ollie's going to do the same over his. So what I'll do, I'll get that on film for you. Right, so we've come round to Ollie's side. What you got in there, mate?
I've got hemp, maize, boilies, fruit and nut, 14 mil, fruit and nut. No, that's the only fruit and nut I've got. I've got OG fish, 10 mil, 14s and 18s in here. Oh, I have got the fruit and nut chop, the OG fish chop, blended up bread, hemp and maize, and yeah, loads of the liquid. Some magic dust in there as well. So let's see if we can do the do.
Lovely, mate. So you're going to literally just,
yeah.
as you can see, Ollie's just going to walk through here now. And he's going to put a scatter of bait along this tree and along this margin line.
Keep half of it for the other one. That'll do.
I've done that one. You're going to put a little bit down this side as well.
Yeah, just in front of this like willow.
I was just doing the same again, guys. A few scoops this side along the margin. So I mentioned before over there, this is where they feed. They come along this side and feed the fish in the margins. It's making a lovely cloud fluttering down the water column when that's hitting. We're in for some heavy rain soon. They said 1 o'clock, mate. It's absolutely going to chuck it down between 1 and 3.
Get this bait in, redo the rods, take a poo, might have a nap.
Have a nap. Happy days. Nice work, mate. Come on, you nossapigs. Let's be having you. Bosh. Right, so what I've just done, I've just switched the rods over. So where I was fishing the right hand rod, where I put the bait over there, I've now moved that to the left hand rod and put that on the spot there. And then this one, as I was doing that, just over in that far corner, about 3 foot off the bank, the fish breached twice, sort of come out and went like that. So I thought it was a no-brainer really, so I tied up a solid bag and literally I've just plonked it straight on the spot where that fish breached. So that's all I can do for the minute. Fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get one of these beautiful creatures on the bank just to show you guys. We've still got plenty of time. We've got until 6:30 tomorrow evening. So, like I say, come on the carp and come on the Parker baits. Let's go. Well, I thought I'd just give you a little update. It's now 4:45, and as you can probably tell, it's pitch black. I've had to put my bivvy light on. Still nothing. Ollie from Fishing From a Bite, he had an aborted take a minute ago, which was unfortunate. I've seen a few boshing down the bottom, and I've seen a couple sort of start showing in the last sort of 15-20 minutes. I've seen them coming over here, boshing over here. So I'm hopeful still, but I'm thinking with this drop in temperature last night, it sort of put them off the feed. I mean, it dropped down to 4 degrees, I believe, last night. It was a real chilly one. But I'm happy with both my spots. I've just redone my rods. We're going to get a bit of dinner out, well, get a little bit of dinner on the go shortly, shall we say, and then see what tonight brings. So all I can do, I mean, I'm trying everything in my power to get one up on the camera for you guys. Dan and Jay down the bottom, they haven't had anything either. Had a couple of liners, but that was it. There was a gentleman on here last night with us, he didn't have nothing. There was 2 guys on here fishing for the day, they didn't have nothing. and I believe nobody's had anything out of the carp lake. I think there was 4 or 5 anglers on the carp lake today, and they didn't have anything either. So it's definitely fishing tricky at the moment, but I thought I'd just give you a little update, and I'll keep you posted on anything that happens. But yeah, for now I'm going to kick back, watch the water while I've just got that little bit of light left, and see if I can go on anything.
Okay.
Just had the call from Dan, come down, he's managed one, first fish of the session. We'll let him get it out, we'll get it on the mat, and I'll have a proper look. But it looks alright, looks about 15, 16 maybe. Lovely clean fish. Beautiful. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
There we go. Dan's off the mark. It's been a long time coming.
It has.
Lovely. Beautiful, mate. What do you have that on, mate?
That's on a butcherberry.
Buckerberry. Did you have a solid bag on with it or anything?
Yeah.
What, it was just
a
a
bit
bit...
of 2 mil pellet in a solid bag, straight out the back.
Lovely. Was that where we see them fish sort of showing earlier?
That is, yeah.
Lovely, mate. Well done. Lovely clean fish. Top angling, Danny boy. Well done, mate.
Very much.
Beautiful.
Bash.
Bash. Got my dinner on the go. Luckily Ollie had a camp stove with him. Because my little tracker stove I use, the gas bottle ran out this morning. It's really windy out there and the rain is absolutely hacking him. Bash. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. The egg got stuck to the pan though, but never mind. Burger, cheese and eggs, vegetarian. Smashing it. Another one there. Got Ollie's rolls ready there for him. Let's have it. And I've just had a couple of liners, guys. It's a good sign. Come on, a carp. Let's be having ya.
We're eating. Hopefully the carp get eaten as well. Nossapigs.
Oi, oi.
Please.
Needs to flip, doesn't it?
Just had the call from Jay. He's managed one. Looks like a nice ghosty. Lovely jubbly. We'll get a proper look at him when he gets him out. Bosh. Well, there we have it.
Look at that.
Little Jay has just managed a ghosty. We're yet to weigh it.
Absolutely bossing it, mate.
Look at that, mate.
Look at that.
It's got quite a little...
It's got a little, quite a distinctive little
Yeah.
battle scar there, isn't it? And look at the mouth on it.
I reckon that's a 20.
Yeah, look at the mouth on that. Getting back up, Joyce, have a look at the other side. Beautiful,
Flattening it.
beautiful fish, mate.
Gonna have to grab my fish care on that one. Look.
Yeah, mate, treat that little wound up.
Are you ready, fish? No, you're not ready yet.
Pour a bit of water over him, Dan.
There we are.
Mate, absolute stunning. Lively one, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, come on. One more time to the camera.
Yeah, mate, what a banger. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. It's like Jay's just pointed out. He's got a little mark on him. Just here, so we're going to get that with the carp care. But mate, scale perfect. Absolute beautiful.
Nom.
Well done, mate. Top angling.
Cheers, mate. You lift him, my back hurts.
Here we go. We're just about to get it up. $20, $21, $21.3.
Yes, boys.
20,
Mate.
You know what that means?
20,
20.
21.1.
That's a
It goes
PB
up in twos.
ghosty.
21.2.
21.2. PB ghosty for Jay. Does that mean we're, oh, it's a bit bright that. Does that mean we can give you a bucket, Jay? PB ghosty, it's bucket time, innit? And a bucket for the 32.
Do I get dressed quick?
Yeah, let's have the bucket, come on.
Let's get a...
Well, here we go. Little Jay, PB common. He also had a PB ghosty last week. He also had a PB mirror called PG. So, you know what time it is.
Ah!
He's getting the bucket.
Oh. Well in, mate.
Oh, wait, that's another bucket, isn't it?
No!
Another bucket.
What,
Another bucket. He's got to have two. He's had two PBs. It's double bucket.
He had PB mirror, now he's got a PB ghosty, mate. He's got a double in.
Right, here we go.
He's already wet now.
Here we go.
He ain't gonna get any more colder. Oh, Jesus.
Bosh!
Bosh.
Top skills, hookers.
Come on, the nosses!
Hey!
Come
Bosh!
on!
Look at him, he's dripping like an egg sandwich, chat. Hey!
Might as well get in, ain't
You might as well get in with it. Have a photo in the water with it.
Yeah, you don't want to.
No, bruv! No, don't actually.
I'm not. And there she goes. Back to her home.
Well, I hope I don't catch a PB.
Bosh. What you got to say to the camera, Jay?
I think I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah, boy. Well, we've just come down to see Dan and Jay. Got fishing for a bite there.
Evening.
Little Jay.
Libosh.
Hello, bar. And yeah, we're in Dan's bivvy, which is it's an avid, it's what?
HQ jeweler.
HQ jeweler, two-man. And sort of I'm sitting in a chair here, Jay's on the bed, Dan's on the bed, and if Ollie had brought a chair with him,
I was going to
Dan,
bring my stool when I went to make
he'd
the
fit in
coffee,
it. But for a one-man, this is it's quite big, and like
mate.
it's actually really nice bivvy. Like it's not doing it much justice just sitting here. But yeah, just having a lovely cup of coffee. It's absolutely peddling it down with rain, as you can probably hear. Pitch black outside. But yeah, nothing to report really, apart from like I say, Dan's had one. Jay's had a lovely PB ghosty, and you'll see he was dripping like an egg sandwich, mate. And to be honest, he did scream a bit like a girl, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not surprised though, that water was probably
right.
cold. That probably was cold.
Your hair's still wet as well. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit wet. But what we're going to do, we're going to finish these coffees. Even though it's dark, I'm going to re-put my rods out on the spots. And fingers crossed, we could nick the carp before we go. I think we've still got about 15, 16 hours of the session left.
Yeah.
So there's still time, Come on the carp and come on the Parker baits. Whoop, whoop.
Let's go.
Well guys, it's currently 11 o'clock. As you see, we was just having a little social down in Dan's bivvy. I've just redone the rods. Well, I come back and my bobbin was sort of pulled up tight. I think it might have been done, because I could sort of see my line. It was going out to the right a little bit. But my line, weird thing is, my line didn't go off or nothing like that. And I felt a bit of something, so I think it might have picked me up and dropped me into into that fallen tree or something. So I've just redone both rods. And yeah, I'm about to get my head down now, but I'll sort of be up for first light about 6:30, 7:15. Keep an eye on the water for a couple of hours while I have a coffee and see if anything materialises and see if I can see anything to go on. It's been a hard session at the minute. Only 2 fish have come out, Dan's and Jay's. It was quite funny though, giving Jay the bucket, obviously the bucket for his PB ghosty at 21.2. And then last week he had one of the newly stocked 30s out of here at £32.4 called PG, which is named after the owner, Peter Greenhill. So it was only right to give him 2 buckets really. But yeah, that's where I'm at the minute, guys. So unless I get a fish during the night, I will see you in the morning. Well then, Jay's just phoned me and woke me up. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning and the boy's only gone and done it. He's had another one of the new 30s which have been stocked into Clavering. We think his chunk, and he went £34.5.
Yeah.
So that means he's put on, I believe he went in at 32 something. So,
Well,
but I'm not sure, but we'll have to double check that because, but yeah, it said 34.
Oh,
Look at it, mate.
that's another PB, mate. I can't get another soak in.
Look at it.
Oh, look at the size comparison.
What a nossapig, mate. And that was on a fruity squid, Jay, wasn't it?
That was little pink wafter in a solid bag.
Little pink wafter in a solid bag. Smashed it, mate. To think to have 230s on 2 sessions here.
Yeah, boy. You know what man's about now.
Yeah, banging, mate. It's just flip her over and so is this the other side, Jill, or?
What way did we show?
I can't remember, mate.
God, you are a nossapig, aren't you? God.
Yeah, mate, look at the state of it. Absolute chunk.
Bosh!
No wonder it's called chunk. Wow. We'll get a bit of carp care on that side of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, top angling geezer.
Cheers,
well
boy.
done.
See you later, new PB.
Look at that.
Look at her. There she goes back to her home. Bosh. Morning all. Oh, I've just woken back up. I've had a bit of a lazy one. It's 9:30. I didn't fall back to sleep until about 4 o'clock this morning. Yeah, then I woke up at 6, dozed for half hour, woke up at 7 again, dozed for half hour, sort of looking out, nothing's happening. It's absolutely hammering it down. It's been hammering it down all day and we've got to do the dreaded pack up. Yeah, like I say, Jay had that new PB last night. Absolute stunning fish it was. So fair play, mate. Well done to you. But unfortunately, it's been all quiet on the front for me and Ollie. So I think we could be in for a blank, people. I'm on to 6:30, but to be honest with you, with this weather's going to be hammering it down all day, so I'm probably only going to give it another couple of hours and then get home. I'm having to do this bit on my phone and all because for some weird reason my camera's decided to pack up. Yeah, unless we get any fish, I probably won't be back on, guys, but hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did like this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any content going further forward, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.